How many of us would turn down a pay raise? I'm sure most of us would say, are you crazy? Well, believe it or not, for thousands of low-income parents in our bi-state area, getting even 25 cents more an hour is a terrifying proposition because it means they will lose thousands of dollars a month in daycare subsidies for their children. Producer Rich Miller headed over to our area's largest low-income daycare center, Operation Breakthrough, to talk with three mothers about this extraordinary issue of the low-wage trap, where to better yourself would actually make you worse off.
If I made $11.29 an hour, I would qualify for child care in Missouri. If I made $11.30 an hour, 1 penny more, 1 penny. If I made 1 penny more at $11.30 an hour, me and my 2 kids no longer qualify for child care in Missouri. 1 penny. You know what that 1 penny does to me in my yearly income? $20.08.
You know, most people say, you know, as they listen to me speak, that I debunk a lot of the stereotypes. We're not lazy. I'm not uneducated. I want to work. I don't like having to be dependent upon anybody's system. It is not fun having your life ring through somebody's list of checks and balances, and suddenly your self-value is determined in blue and black ink and a food stamp application.
And then I lost my job, and then I got another job, and then I started making minimum wage, but I almost have a college degree. But if I make too much money, I can't support my family, and I lose everything like I did before. So I'm in a catch-22, and I really don't know what to do, because I can't afford to pay for daycare for 4 kids, and I can't afford to pay $800 a month in rent, and all utilities, and then car insurance, and then gas, and then clothes, and shoes, and food, and you know, it just becomes this burden of when you think you're doing better, you're really not.
We have women that don't take raises, they don't take promotions, they don't take overtime because they would lose more than we get. And if any of us, the boss said, I am going to give you a raise, we wouldn't say, please don't give me a raise. It will cause too many problems for me. None of us would refuse a raise or a promotion. No. And yet these women are expected to. Well, they're not expected to, they have to if they want to keep child care. These women want to work, but now they have jobs where they can't make enough to live on. And then we criticize them for not living better than they are, and they're doing the best they can. We had a mother live for 1 week on a bus stop in this city with a 2-year-old and 3-year-old. She dropped the kids at 6 in the morning, picked them up at 6 at night, and never missed a day of work. I said to her, do you stay at a bus stop around here? And she said, it's not safe at the bus stops around here. I said, is there a safe bus stop in the city? She said, in the Power and Light District. She went to, if I stayed on the bus stop all night, I would have called work and said, I won't be there, I've had a really rough time. She went every single day to a fast food restaurant and worked. These are not lazy people. I was promoted to shift supervisor, shift manager, and I was still making $6.50 an hour. When I bumped up a quarter to $6.75, it took me 2 years to get that raise. From $6.50 to $6.75, it took me 2 years to get that raise. I begged her for 6 months to get me up to 7. And she said, she looked at me and she said, you're not worth 7. The cliff effect destroys families and destroys, you know, any hope to get ahead. I don't know how it needs to be worked out so it will work. I mean, obviously the way it's planned wouldn't financially pay for it, but they've got to get rid of these cliffs and make it a slope. I lose a little, you know, I lose a little more when I get another raise. Not, you're done. And we could do that if we wanted to.
There was a bill on the floor. Governor Nixon, thank you, politely vetoed it, but where they were going to allow, if you got that raise, half of your raise would therefore go towards your child care expenses, and half of that raise would be left to you, so that you could stair-step yourself down.
A Republican senator passed the one about child care. I mean, he introduced it. We talked to him about it, and we said we were very supportive of it. It got passed by the Appropriations Committee in Jeff City, and then it was vetoed. State workers are telling our mothers, let's say I have one kid and I got a raise and I've lost child care. We've had state workers tell mothers have another baby and you'll be eligible, which is true. It's crazy. We need to look at these numbers. There are people in this state that are so bright. Look at these numbers and see, could you live on this? Could you live like this?
It feels good to be not eligible for things, but then when the reality sets in that you need this, you know, but you're making too much money, so you have to downplay who you are and your skill level in order to make it through the day or make it through the year or make it through the week. You know, it is crazy. It's craziness.
I think one of the problems in this city is that it's very economically segregated. People shop with their own economic groups. They go to church with their own. The groups need to mix and understand that we're just like each other.
I want them to work and live on a minimum wage salary for at least a week and see how quick those changes happen in Washington. Let them work for minimum wage and see how quick those changes happen. Just for a week. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They wouldn't work for minimum wage for 2 days. They wouldn't do it. Not one of them. Not one of them.